on your case, plotting all the ways I can make you mine. Now.
Ria Mae is from Halifax, but while in LA, she's working towards writing better songs.
So you're from Halifax.
I am indeed.
And lately you've been writing some songs in California. I've seen your posts about it. What has it been like transitioning to there?
LA is a crazy place when you're from Halifax. It's cool. It's funny. Like everyone is in the industry down there.
Yeah.
It's a bit overwhelming. Like I took an Uber, and the Uber driver assigned to Universal, and you go to like
really?
coffee shop, and they have a singles deal with Warner. So it's a bit, but it's cool. It's lots of personalities down there and like awesome writers. So that's I love writing. I love getting better.
So is it true that you invested basically your life savings to put your songs?
Yeah, I didn't have a life savings, but yeah, like I had a lot of jobs, and I'd always, you know, work up some money to pay for the next thing, even the album, kind of song by song over the course of about a year, and then I kind of worked up enough money to have the radio promo happen, which is several $1,000s. So I worked for it, and I had it, and I was about to. I almost didn't do it because I didn't know how I'd pay the rent 3 weeks later. I was like, is this stupid? I was asking a friend of mine, like, is this so stupid? I'm about to put thousands of dollars on this. And he's like, just do it, don't think about it. 10 days later, Sony called.
Oh my God.
So I'm glad I did it, but I don't recommend that.
You look way too good to leave this all too long.
How did a late night in Montreal inspire Ria Mae to write Clothes Off?
Can you tell us about Clothes Off, because it's blowing up everything. What's the song about?
I went to Montreal just to kind of get out of my own self in Halifax. I just went there to kind of be alone and go out and experience new things, and everyone in Montreal is just like really sexy.
Yes.
Not like in Halifax, people were okay, like some people are cute, but like in Montreal everyone's like really sexy, and so I was just out a few nights in a row and just like not talking to anybody, but just kind of like taking in the city, and I went back and I wrote it, and I think I started at 2 a.m. and I finished at 3 a.m. and now I'm like telling people, I'm like, an hour can change your life and your career, just 1 hour. But yeah, it came out really quick. It was just about Montreal, really.
The music video, can you tell us about the concept and how it came together?
A lot of people didn't know me as an artist, and I'm not someone that's like super sexy.
I think you're very sexy.
I'm so sexy too. I didn't want it to be like degrading to anybody or like objectifying people. I just wanted it to be super fun. And so we just had everyone kind of dressed in black. It was all my friends and my siblings and their friends, and we just did it in one night. It was like 6 hours, and Halifax director Jason Levangie. And that's it. I had that kind of ready to go, just about to release it on Facebook when Sony called. So I was like, oh, I'll just dial that back for a second. And yeah, so it was just lots of great timing.
And they liked your video too. They didn't want to change it.
They didn't want to change it. I don't know what's wrong with those guys.
Ria Mae is not only a Canadian artist, she's also a fan of Canadian artists.
You're really supportive of other Canadian artists. I always see you tweeting about people like Sean Hook and Justin Bieber. What do you think it is about the Canadian sounds kind of taking over the music scene right now?
I don't know, but it's super cool just being in LA and everyone knowing that the 3 top artists on Billboard down there are The Weeknd, Drake, and Bieber.
Yeah.
And I think it's just such a cool time for Canadian music, and I think we are just supportive of each other, more so than maybe like the American scene. And yeah, I got to meet Sean Hook, and I've looked up to him because he is someone that I saw the beginning of his career, and then he started, he just went platinum. I just played a show with him and other musicians, and we were supportive of each other backstage and kind of going through the same thing of watching our songs go up and down. And yeah, no, it's great. It's a fun family to be a part of a Canadian pop scene.
There was a good story between you and Classified and how you came together, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Classified's from Halifax as well, and yeah, he's just always been super famous to me, and really looked up to his production and the way he'd arrange songs for radio. So I kind of, yeah, I got his demo when I was younger, and
at a skate park.
At a skate park, I was pretending I was holding a skateboard, but I don't think I ever actually did it. And I learned all the words, I became a big fan, and then kind of got up the courage to ask him to work with me years later. And it thankfully worked out well. Like I think I knew his stuff so well that by the time we collaborated, we were on the same page.
Ria Mae comes to terms with becoming an LGBT role model.
And you're openly out, and I feel like a lot of people now, like Sam Smith and there's Chad from A Great Big World, are coming forward and totally being open about who you are. Do you feel like a role model, or?
I don't know. I don't really think about it. I feel like I don't know. I think the best thing you can do for yourself is just be yourself all the time and not. I don't think that I'm a role model, but before all this stuff happened, I would tour in the States a lot to small venues, 20, 30 people, and it was all the gay community that supported me. So I don't think I would, now if I got a bigger opportunity, put my back to that community. So I think it's just being yourself no matter what.
Open up your door, what are you doing? We're wasting time. I can see you.
But you consider yourself a chart junkie, so what has it been like for you, seeing yourself climbing those charts finally?
It's kind of weird. Yeah, I've always loved watching the music charts. I don't know why pop music. I used to be embarrassed about it. Now I guess not. Years ago, I would visualize seeing my name on it, so it's almost like I'm seeing it again. But it is pretty cool. I have moments, even right now talking to you, I have moments being like, this is super cool that this is happening. And then I have other moments I'm like, am I delusional and still daydreaming about it?
Well, you've been on the stage with like huge stars like Elle King, and do you feel like a pop star yet, or? No, I don't feel like a pop star, but I feel, I just feel happy that more people are hearing my stuff, I guess.